everyone, Lisa Haven here, and I have to tell you, I have tried to put this video report out 2 times, and it was massively suppressed there on YouTube, so I am revamping the entire thing, and I'm putting the full version, by the way, on restrictedrepublic.com. If you want what I originally put up, go there and check it out. But the bottom line here is our leaders are now putting forth a piece of legislation that I think you need to know about, because it will literally send chills down your spine. Now, it's a piece of legislation that I actually support, but it's legislation that prepares for some kind of invasion, if you will. And if this invasion happens, or if there's kind of a takeover of our leadership, they still want to make sure that the American people have access to the internet, because we've got a lot of tyrants all across the world who are basically flipping the internet switch and killing the internet. We don't want that happening here in the United States of America. But before I do, I want to give a quick shout out to my partner, NobleGoldInvestments.com. They are why I'm able to be here on air. Amazing partners. And I partner with people that I trust and believe. Well, if you've not converted your 401k or gotten a 401k or an IRA, now is the time to do that. Give Noble Gold Investments a call or go to NobleGoldInvestments.com and check them out. Also, they are giving away this American the Beautiful 5-ounce silver coin. This thing is awesome with any approved IRA or 401k. All right, so let's dive into what the heck is going on. Well, take a look here at this Fox News report, and this is Salazar to roll out plan giving access to telecommunications abroad when the internet access is shut down. Yes, you read that right. The article states Representative Maria Salazar and a dozen other Republican lawmakers are sent to launch a plan that would provide access to wireless communications abroad to ensure that individuals can use cellular devices amidst a natural disaster or when a rogue whatever tries to shut down the internet access. In other words, if some kind of rogue regime or whatever the case may be tries to take over or anything of that level, we still have access to the internet. Salazar, a Republican there in Florida, is expected to roll out the American Freedom and Internet Access Act of 2021 on Tuesday, and they're calling this Operation Starfall. Fox News obtained a copy of the piece of legislation which would deploy stratospheric balloons, aerostats, or satellite technology capable of rapidly delivering wireless internet anywhere on the planet from the stratosphere or higher. She concludes in that report, her office says that the bill is critical, amen, to protecting the safety and well-being of American citizens at home and abroad, and the U.S. cannot stand by when tyrants, amen, shut off the lights and when American security is at risk. A Salazar aide told Fox News saying that Congress must act to ensure that we have a clear strategy to deploy in a time of crisis. And I say amen to that. I don't want any tyrant, taking charge in our country or shutting the lights out or shutting our internet capabilities out and suddenly we're not able to talk to each other. That would be atrocious. And I've got more information on other countries actually doing that to show you that the potential of that happening in the U.S. is a real potential, which is why they're putting forth this legislation on congress.gov. You can see HR 5123, American Freedom and Internet Access Act of 2021. And this reads, I'm going to scroll down or click on the text of the bill. Let's get the text of the bill. And here it is here. And it reads this, and it says, not later than 45 days after the date of enactment of this act, the Secretary of the Air Force, in consultation with the Chief of Space Operations, shall develop and begin implementation of Operation Starfall, a strategic plan to deploy stratospheric balloons, aerostat, or satellite technology capable of rapidly delivering wireless internet anywhere on the planet from the stratosphere or higher. So, in other words, let's keep the internet safe and open for all, because we don't want to end up like other communist-style countries and fascist-style countries that are literally taking the internet away from their citizens. Here's some of what I'm talking about here. Here we have Newsweek.com. Iran's information minister says country's internet was shut down to keep the nation safe. Now, this happened in 2016 or 2019, excuse me. You can see the date on that. But the bottom line is they shut it down, all under the banner, of course, of for your safety and security. They always take your freedoms in the name of safety and security. That's why there's so many useful idiots out there that we have to start waking up, aka liberals. Then we have the Wall Street Journal article here. Egypt has also done it. This is back from 2011. Egypt shut down the internet and cell phone services. NewYorkTimes.com. This happened in 2015, and off and on in China. It happens often. China cuts mobile service in a Yizheng residence, invading internet filters. Just cuts it right off. And then we have over in Turkey at turkeyblocks.org, new internet shutdown in Turkey's southeast region, 8% of the country now offline amid unrest in the area. And that was from 2016. So there you have it. Countries are obviously doing it already. And to say that the United States of America doesn't have that capability would be beyond me, because we're supposed to be technologically advanced, and one would concur that we absolutely have more technology than, say, Iran or Turkey or some of these countries that have already shut it off for their people. And speaking of such, I want to go back to an article on the BBC from the year 2010. Should Obama internet switch power be curbed? And yes, you read that right. The internet, KILL switch, should that power be curbed? What are they talking about in this BBC article? And it says this: under a World War II era law, the U.S. presidents appear to have authority to disconnect computer systems and servers from the internet in the event of some kind of national emergency. And keep in mind, before I get back on that article, every time, everything is done in the name of a natural emergency or national emergency, right? They will take any and all powers. If we give them the ability to declare it, basically whenever a national emergency happens, they will constantly declare it, as we have seen with what's going on right now in the United States of America with this pandemic, right? We're in a forever state of emergency, and we gave them that power. And if you give them that power, they abuse it. Just saying that on a side note. But the next U.S. Congress is poised to change the authority that they have over disconnecting the computer system. However, Congress has yet to do that, as far as I'm aware. The law was passed in 1942. The Japan attack on our Pearl Harbor there had provoked fear of a foreign kind of invasion on U.S. soil, and Congress responded by giving President Franklin Delano Roosevelt broad power to shutter telephone and telegraph networks. Nearly 70 years later, obviously, we don't have the telegraph networks anymore. They have disappeared, but telephones are not our only means of communication. But although the 1942 law makes no mention of the internet, merely of any facility or station for wire communication, the Obama administration in June did tell Congress that if they had to, they would use that and cite it in an emergency. And that hasn't been tested in court, obviously, so it'd be up for a court to decide as well. But experts say that that particular section, 706D of the Communications Act, could give the president wide-ranging authority to shut down key computer systems. So there you have it. There you have it. Now, while I support what they're putting up in Congress, right, with Salazar's new bill to basically protect the American people, HR 5123, that basically sends up things into the atmosphere to where we can still, have communications via the internet and have that information, stratospheric balloons. My question that does come into play is, what kind of surveillance can you get out of that? And so that would be something that would need to be addressed, because we obviously need and have a right to our privacy. However, in the event that there was some kind of takeover here in the U.S., we also need to have a plan if our internet goes down. Anyhow, I love all of you. I'd love to get your thoughts, comments, and concerns. And with that, get to restrictedrepublic.com. As I said before, right now, I've got a $20 off coupon. Use the code 20 and the word off to get $20 off the very first year. And there's an automatic 14-day free trial, by the way. You can get on, check it out for 14 days, cancel it before then. You can cancel it whenever you want. There's no commitment on time, but you can cancel whenever you want. If you cancel before the 14 days, there is nothing owed, obviously, 14-day free trial. But check it out at restrictedrepublic.com. Anyhow, I love all of you. I'm Lisa Haven, signing out.